Hi everybody, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. This is very quick. A neighbor's son who's into carpentry designed these to hold chicken coop perches. And he gave them to me last year. Really nice. It's his own design. This is very smooth. And this is what it looks like. Within 24 hours of my having it, because I'm being surveilled, watched, real time, the criminals destroyed it. Here. You see that? I can stick my finger in it. This is what they do. Everything I own, they destroy. And how would they know that I have something like this? How would they know? How would they know I have anything? Right? And how would they know that I just received this? Unless I'm being watched like a hawk 24/7 through the wall radar, remote neural monitoring, pinhole cameras, right? The technology is so advanced that the general public has no idea how they can be tracked and traced. But when you're placed illegally on a watch list, this is what they do. And the reason they follow me around is they're trying to incite violence where none exists. I'm not a violent person, never have been. It's not my thing. I prefer to talk things out, work things out. But you can't talk and work things out with psychopaths. They belong in prison, actually. Or, let's give them to Elon Musk and he could fly them to Mars. But, so that's just one of the things that I wanted to show you. I think it was Barrie Trower said that people are placed on watch lists for 3 reasons. One is for vengeance, a vendetta, that they have a vendetta. It could be even about somebody in the family, but they have a vendetta against the person. One is to annihilate competition, get rid of the competition. And one is for revenge. Revenge. And I believe in my case, in my instance, it is revenge for hire and to annihilate competition. Because when I started my 501c3 nonprofit cat rescue, the women who had been the rescue women, one's name is Maria. I won't name her last name, but she knows who she is. She's actually received letters from me that she's not responded to. She is married to a retired police officer, and she would dump her unwanted cats at my cat colony. And she would steal my cats, and I have proof of this. Steal my cats, give them to one of her rescue friends who has a dog rescue, and place them under her rescue's name on Adopt a Pet. And she would steal my cats, then try to adopt them out for a fee. Yes, folks. This is what some rescue people are like. So when I became a nonprofit, it scared her. Not only did it scare her, but I became a successful rescue because I put my heart and soul into everything I do. I had the most beautiful cats. Even the vet said that she was shocked that the cats that I was caring for and rescued had lived outside their entire lives because they did not have one flea, not one tick. They were clean. Even their ears were not dirty. And she was so jealous she would steal my cats and then try to adopt them out on her own. But she told her husband-to-be that my cat colony belonged to her. That was before I got my nonprofit. When I obtained the nonprofit and started advertising it, she wanted to take me down big time. I had supporters. I had a supporter giving me a couple of $1,000s and a beautiful letter that I posted online. And literally, after that, everything went down the tubes for me. There was also a jeweler located in Connecticut. Her name is Myra, M-I-R-A, Alecki. And she and I partnered together for her to take my logo design and turn it into a sterling pendant, which she did do a beautiful job on. But then I noticed she became very distant. She wasn't responding to my emails, and she wasn't providing the money that we were raising by promoting my jewelry on her website. Non-responsive, even with certified letters. So she obviously was contacted by these criminals to not work with me. And probably the reason is that she's not just an ordinary jeweler. She actually crafted the jewelry for the gifts that were given out to the Grammy award winners. That's right, folks. She was that good. Her jewelry was absolutely stunning. And I partnered with her, and she created jewelry on my behalf for my cat rescue. I was advertising it around, and she was donating a certain percentage of proceeds towards my rescue. And the last time, there was no money donated to us, even though we were promoting it all throughout the holidays, Christmas, and she had been non-responsive. I believe that she was contacted covertly and told some slanderous lie about us. The same thing goes for the supporter who sent us that beautiful letter. And I believe he sent us $3,000. But I never heard from him again. He refused to respond to any of my mails. This is not what happens in my life, folks. I'm a very successful woman. I'm relentless. I'm persistent. I'm educated. I'm creative. It runs in the family. And I'm a hard worker. And as I'm speaking in here, the criminals are driving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because they've got nothing better to do with their sorry lives. But this is just some of the damage that's done to me. Like, what have I done wrong? What, did I piss somebody off? Do you have any idea how many people have pissed me off in my lifetime? Do you have any idea? How many lawyers, doctors, so-called friends, ex-boyfriends, just people in general, you know? So what? You either have a relationship with them or you don't. You can amend fences or you can part ways. There is no reason to seek a vendetta or vengeance or revenge on anyone in this lifetime. And I will say this, that it will come back to these people. It will come back to everybody that harms me, including, but not limited to, the criminals that nominated me into this program. And I mentioned a few of them before, but I didn't mention the name of this woman, Maria, in New Jersey with her cat rescue, and then her cat rescue friends. They're all connected with lawyers. They're involved in animal trafficking. They're all personality disordered. And ironically, and this is not an insult to anybody that doesn't have children out there, please don't take this the wrong way, but appears as if there is a strong propensity for women in the nonprofit world to be childless. Now, somebody got on my case when I said that. This is just an observation, guys. And just because I'm a parent and just because they're not, it's just a high propensity of people in the cat rescue field have no children. Okay? So, and this is what I'm going to say on that. I'm not a guy. I've never been a man. I don't know what it's like to be a man. I don't have what a guy's got. I've never lived in a man's world as a man. I've only lived like in a man's world as a woman, right? So I don't know what it's like. I know what it's like to be a parent. I know what it's like to carry a baby for 9.5 months and give labor to and be in pain and nurse and gain 63 pounds and try to get that weight off and then raise a daughter. Bring her to the brownies and the daisies and the Girl Scouts and nurse her when she was sick and help her with homework. That's what a parent is about. And I'm not saying that people out there that haven't had children are bad people. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that they don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to be a parent. They've never been a parent, and they probably never will. Because if you get to your 40s and 50s, generally, if you don't have kids, you're not going to have them. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a life choice. And for some people, it's that they can't. This is just a statement that in the cat rescue field, these women don't know what it's like to be a parent. And when they rescue cats, they don't give a rat's butt for those animals. They don't. There are very few cat rescue people out there in the nonprofit world, that are bringing in thousands of dollars or even millions, that care anything about cats. They don't care. They don't care if they die during TNR. They don't care about throwing them back out immediately after surgery. They don't care. It's dollars and cents for these people. I'm not like that. I'm a parent. I know what it's like to raise a child. I know what it's like to have that maternal instinct where that is like, it overrules everything else. It overrules money. It overrules everything. But not these criminals. These criminals want to take everybody down. Revenge for hire? Vendetta? It's got to be a vendetta. It's got to be revenge, because the letter V is drawn in red on one of my cat's scratch posts. They actually completely tore off the hide of it. What is it? The scratching, the sizzle of it, and drew the letter V. So yes, some idiot moron is destroying my life for 10 years for a vendetta. Probably something that they did wrong that they're projecting onto me. But that's okay, folks, because I ain't ever going to shut up on this. And these programs need to be exposed and come down. No one should hire anybody for revenge. Nobody. And in the eBay case, if anybody remembers that, 2 retired police officers, I repeat, 2 retired police officers went to work at eBay in the security department, and they decided, I guess as their side hustle, they were going to torment a couple in Massachusetts. I'll cut to the chase on that. They were indicted. They went to prison. They had to pay restitution and perform community service. But in the closing statements to the judge said, "The details of this case are so bizarre, I would not have even imagined them to be seen in a movie." And the guy, Jim Bow, his name is, I guess, the criminal. I call them criminals on patrol. The criminal who was targeting this couple said, "I was only doing what I was taught by the FBI." I'll leave you with that, folks. This is Lorraine with Alternative Homesteading.